Well, it's very nearly that time again where we will be having a feast of international football as Euro 2024 is set to start this Friday. But before then, I'm going to give you my predictions on what may happen or may not happen at the tournament. Who knows? But we're going to give it a go anyway. Um, so yeah, let's have a look at the group stages to start with, and who I think will progress on. Group A, interesting group for the Scots, obviously, because they've got the likes of Germany, Hungary, and Switzerland to face. Germany, people and pundits are saying they're not the same Germany of old, but any Germany in tournament football is a danger. So they're gonna progress well throughout this tournament. Also, being the host nation is also a very helpful thing, because they will be behind them the whole way. Um, Hungary, good strong side, as England has faced recently in the Nations League, I think it was, if I remember rightly. And obviously, from a Bournemouth perspective, we've got Milos Kirkes, who all us Cherries fans will be watching to see how he performs during these tournament games. And Switzerland as well can be on their day a bit of a troublesome side. But to be fair, the Germans will win the group. Like I say, not the German of old, but have got the home support behind them as the host nation. Now, a surprising one for some people, but I think it's the turn for the Scots to finally progress from a European group stage. I know they've got their injury worries, they're a bit weak at the back, especially in terms of right backs. But I think on their day, the Scots are now not here just to make up the numbers. They can trouble anybody on their day, and I think this could be the tournament for them to progress into the knockout stages. With Hungary finishing third and Switzerland finishing fourth. Group B, interesting group. This one, it's going to be a very entertaining group. Spain, again, a side that aren't what they were. Croatia, obviously they still have Modric in their midfield, but again, another side that may not be as good as they were maybe 4, 5, 6 years ago. And the holders, Italy, in this group as well, with Albania. It's going to make an interesting round of games. But I do think for this one, for some reason, I think Spain will win it. I'm not sure why, but I've just got it in my head that Spain will win it. Italy will be slightly stronger than Croatia to finish second. I don't think Spain will win the group with maximum points, but I think they will overall win the group. Unfortunately for Albania, I just can't see them finishing third in this group to stand a chance of maybe qualifying that way into the knockout stages. But that's how I see that group finishing off. Now, the most important group to us all, obviously, Group C. Now, obviously, to those that watched the Iceland game last week, maybe thinking the Serbia and the Slovenia game might not be too appetising, but it's a group that I've got to keep a faith with England. Got to keep my faith with England, even though we get let down all the time. But for me, I'm going to keep my faith with England. Denmark, good side on their day, can cause problems. But obviously the other two countries as well on their day, they can, for an England that aren't, if we're not performing on the day, they can definitely give us a run for our money. But I think overall we will be too strong. I'm not saying that we'll win the group maximum points, but I think we should win this group. Denmark, I would like to think, is slightly stronger than the other two, and they're finished second. Serbia, I think, will have the edge over Slovenia to finish in third place. Group D, Netherlands, Austria, France, and Poland. France, well, what can we say? Currently, if you look at the odds, England are favourites, or it keeps interchanging between the two. So, France are, either second favourites or one of the favourites, depending who you look at on the bookie websites. But they are the world champions, so you expect them to qualify from this group. Netherlands are a side that probably are underachieving, really. So I think that they should progress here, with the likes of Austria and Poland being two sides that they should really want to look at picking up maximum points from. So yeah, Group D, France for me will win it, and Netherlands will qualify in second place, with Poland being just that stronger, a little bit stronger than Austria, just maybe stand a chance of qualifying through the third place. Group E, interesting one. Belgium, obviously an ageing side now. They're not the side that they were. So I think, this could be a difficult group for them. Romania have been rumoured to be a potential dark horse. And Ukraine, everyone will be backing Ukraine as well to be successful in this group. Slovakia, I would probably say, are the weakest side in the group, but anyone could beat anyone on their day. But Group E will finish with Belgium and Ukraine, in my opinion, going through. Even though a lot of pundits are saying Romania could be a dark horse, I've just got a funny feeling they might finish bottom of this group, with Slovakia being a bit of a surprise package, possibly. And Group F, Turkey can be a strong side. Georgia, I think they're making a debut at this one. Czech Republic, obviously made history in this competition before at Euro 96 by reaching the final. And Portugal have still got the likes of Pepe, who'll be playing at centre-back, who is 41 now, and obviously Ronaldo, and we all know what he can do. So for me, this one is quite a simple order. Portugal will win the group, with Turkey coming in at second. Czech Republic third, and unfortunately for Georgia, they will fall out of the tournament in fourth place. So third places for me, Croatia, Czech, Hungary, and Poland will be the ones that will edge past the likes of Serbia and Slovakia to gain a place in the knockout stages. Right, the round of 16. So Germany will ease past Denmark with a 3-0 win. I think they'd be a bit too strong. They'd be built up some momentum by then. Unfortunately for the Scots, this is where they return home. An Italian side will be much too strong for the Scots. Spain will just pass Poland. I think they may struggle at this stage, but they be good enough for a 2-1 win against Poland. Ourselves, England, will beat Czechs, but they will give us a game. It'd be one of those nervy moments where we'd be hiding behind the sofa thinking, is this the time we go home and we just edge the win 3-2? It'd be an interesting encounter between Portugal and Croatia, where we'll end in a draw, with Portugal edging it on the penalties. Holland and Ukraine. Ukraine will, I think, if this is a game in the round of 16, Ukraine will give Holland a run for their money and take them all the way in a edgy game, but with Netherlands just surpassing them on the penalty shootout. Belgium will be a bit too strong for Hungary to beat them convincingly 3-1. And France and Turkey. Turkey will give France a right old game here. They'll take them all the way, but I think the French will be just too strong on the penalty shootout. They'll keep their nerve and qualify for the quarterfinals, knowing obviously they could be onto a double. So the quarterfinals for me, if it works out like this and Germany face Spain, it'd be a fantastic encounter of football where it'd be a 2-2 draw, plenty of goals, and it will go to a penalty shootout where the Germans, with the home back in, will just progress through. France will be too strong for Belgium. France will beat Belgium 2-1, but obviously there'll be a game there. The Belgians won't roll over and let France take the win easily. Great encounter between Portugal and Holland in a 3-3 draw, extra time, and then penalties, which again I think the Portuguese will convincingly beat Holland on penalties. And then for England, yes, facing the Italians, it's a rematch of the 2020 final. But I think it's payback time, and I think England will win 2-1 and head into the semi-finals. And the semi-finals. So here we are. This is where it's heartbreak for two teams, as two teams will compete in the final. For me, the Germans, well, they'll have the home sport. Like I say, not the Germany of old, but a tournament Germany are always lethal and dangerous. So, like I've said all the way along, I think that with the home backing as well, they're going to have a successful tournament. And if this is a match in the semi-finals, then they will successfully beat Portugal 3-1. And France, England. Well, I know everyone's probably sitting there thinking I'm mad, but we've got to win a penalty shootout in a semi-final at some point, haven't we? So France, England will battle all the way. The favourites to win the tournament, and we will win on penalties convincingly. There'll be no Chris Waddles. There'll be no Stuart Pearces. There'll be 4 or 5 converted penalties by England, which takes us to the final, which is going to be one of the games of the century, which we're going to walk out of Germany with our heads held high as winners of Euro 2024. People are saying I'm mad, but at the moment, I'm excited about the tournament started. I'm looking forward to a festival of football. I'm passionate, and I'm going to be back in England all the way until we go out. But if not, this is the final where we will beat the Germans on German soil 3-2. Not a 4-2 like the World Cup final, because there's VAR now, isn't there? So they're bound to rule something out. But yeah, we will win this one after a good old fought battle 3-2. So that's my predictions for the Euros. Call me mad, call me what you want, but hey ho, let's see what happens, and we'll review each round as we go through the tournament and see how right or how badly wrong we were. But until the next video, stay tuned, as there's plenty more shows to come up during the Euros.